Hello, this is Jessica from Jessica Patton Consulting, and I help businesses in the health and beauty industry create more structure and strategies so they feel less overwhelmed and more confident in their business. So, today we're going to be going over how to establish partnerships with like minded businesses or influencers to expand your reach. This is really helpful in with referral programs or things like that. So, just some things to keep in mind. So, we're going to be going over 6 steps of how to create these partnerships and what you need to have in place in order to get these going. So, the first one is you want to create a plan, and this is creating a plan in your business. So, first of all, before you reach out to anybody, you want to make sure that you know all these things. So, I'm going to give you a list. So, if you want to start jotting it down or come back to the replay and just really go through it again, but if you want to go through this one time and then just, see what resonated and then come back to it, then you can jump in again. So the first one, again, like I said, is to create a plan. So the first thing you want to know is, what are your brand values? If you don't know this already, take the time to figure out what your brand values are. You can do a quick Google search on brand values, and it will bring up some examples. You can look at other brand, what their values are as well, which can be a little bit helpful. But just really knowing like what you stand for in your business and as a person is going to be so helpful. The next thing is, who's your target customer? So, who's your ideal client? Who do you have coming in the door? Who do you love working with? Really figuring out who that is, because when you're connecting with somebody else to partner up or create that referral program, you want to make sure that they are serving those clients as well. So, it's not just you're matching up with this person and they're not serving your ideal client, then that just doesn't make sense. So, getting really clear on who your ideal client is going to be very beneficial in order to create these brand partnerships or referral programs. The next one is your purposes for pursuing a partnership. So, why do you want this partnership in the first place? Maybe you've kind of hit a cap in your business, and you're like, okay, I need to grow, or there should be ways to grow and scale. This is a great way to do that. Having those referral programs or having people to collaborate with on certain things is going to be huge for your business. Then the next are, what are your strengths and weaknesses? So, what are the strengths that you can bring to the table, and what are some weaknesses that you know about that maybe this partnership can fill those gaps for you in your business? So, getting really clear on what those are, and then just laying it all out. So, just knowing where your strengths are and what your weaknesses are going to be very nice to have. So the next thing is, you want to start looking around for like-minded partners. So you want to find somebody who offers the same product or the complementary product or service to yours. You don't want it to be the same. So say if you're a massage therapist and you're looking for a partnership or a referral program, you're not going to go to another massage therapist. That just doesn't make sense. But maybe you're going to connect with physiotherapists or chiropractors or doctors, and keeping that in mind again of, are they serving my ideal clients? So if you love to do massages on, sports injuries or things like that, you want to connect with somebody who is serving in that area as well. You don't want to go to somebody who is in a spa and, they're just looking for relaxation. Just really thinking of all those different things and how it all plays together. The next thing is, you want to make sure that you're sharing your brand values. Like we had talked about again, you want to make sure that the partnerships that you're looking for do have those brand values. So just taking a scroll, maybe going through Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever those people, your partners are, you want to really make sure you're going through, what their values are, doing some research on their business, and making sure that, okay, yes, this is aligned to who I want to work with. And then just making a note of all those people, maybe starting a PDF or a spreadsheet or a Google Doc, and just writing it down, like who are I would love to work with these people, and just having a place where you can write that all down. And then again, yeah, just making sure that they're catering to the same target audience. So really doing the research and saying, okay, do these people hit all these 3 places? So they have a product or service that's complementary to mine, they're talking to the same target audience, and then they're sharing the same values. So make sure that you're putting this into play when you're researching these potential partnerships. So the next thing you want to do is clearly define the value of the partnership. So you don't want to invest all this time and energy into this. You want to make sure that you're going to be getting a return on this partnership. So defining the level of impact that each partner is going to have, and do your assets feel aligned and do they feel equal? Like the things that you're putting into them, maybe you have a really big email list and, these people don't, or you have a really big social media following, but theirs isn't as big. You want to think about that and, see their clientele and if they have a website set up and if they have those reviews, just really making sure that their presence is there too, and then your assets are equal as well, because you don't want to be the person putting all of this in and then they don't have anything to provide you. You want to make sure that it's in equal proportions when you are giving that value. So yeah, just making a list, like maybe even writing out your list of what your assets are, what your value is when you're going to promote this to your ideal partnership. Just saying, I have this following on social media, or I, have a really big email list, or here are all my Google reviews, just keeping a list of that, and maybe even making some sort of one sheet or like just a one pager of like all the benefits that you have to provide for this partnership. Then the next is pitching your idea. So this really gives you a place to open the door to cross sell. Just telling them, and again, putting this in that one sheet, just saying this is how this is going to benefit both of us, maybe writing out the benefits of it, how it simplifies the customer experience, and how it's going to expand your reach. So just putting that all in that one sheet and really providing that to them so it's easy for them to look it over and kind of make a decision on if you want to partner up or work together. This is really going to help you stand out from the crowd too if you have something like this instead of just like a generic email. If you create a PDF on Canva, that can be a really beautiful way to get connected with your ideal partnerships. And don't worry if this feels overwhelming. This is definitely something that we can work on in our one-to-one group program. I offer either VIP days or one-on-one, and it's a really great way to kind of dig into your business, seeing what needs some help, going through all the things, and then having somebody there to hold you accountable and to, give you insight on all of these ideas as well. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely check it out. Send me a DM or the link is in my bio to sign up for that. So the next thing you want to do is you want to so you've secured your partnership, they loved your PDF and they're like, yes, I definitely want to work with you. This makes total sense. Then you want to get on the same page. And this is so, so important because a lot of the times, like when we're looking at our dream partnerships, we're like, oh, this would be so amazing to work with this person. And then we kind of just like get that shiny object syndrome and we don't think of, okay, well, what if eventually this doesn't work out or, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. So you really want to make sure that you're getting on the same page and you're having all these kind of set up in place. So you really want to know, like, what is the scope of the partnership? Like, what does this look like? What does it entail for both of you? What assets will be contributed on both sides? And really just writing all of this stuff out. Another thing is the lifespan of the partnership. So maybe it's like, let's do it for 3 months. Like, let's have a 3-month contract, see how it goes, and then maybe we can extend it from there and then continue the contract from there. The next one be the legal structure of the partnership. So if this is a pretty big partnership and you're putting a lot of, time and effort into it, you might want to look at, getting your lawyer to help you out, putting this contract in place, because there are times where things just don't work out and you really want to just save your butt on both ends too. So depending on the extremities of this partnership, you want to make sure that you have all those things in place. And the next one is the obstacles. So what are the reasons that this might be terminated? And then just really getting it out and being very, very honest with who you're going to be working with, and having that out in the forefront at the very beginning, because otherwise, you can run into these things and you're like, oh, I didn't even realize like that was going to be an issue. But if you talk about it beforehand, like maybe what could go wrong or what would be the reason that each party would terminate, and then just getting that out there is going to be huge. The next one is, if you are in this partnership, you've created this beautiful thing, but if there are issues that come up, maybe a client is not happy with one service or the other, or anything can happen. So how are you going to solve these issues, and how are you going to work on getting them resolved, and just making sure that you can really be straightforward with them about their with how you're going to deal with those partnerships, or with those issues, sorry. So the last thing before you kind of wrap it up with this partner, like, what do you want to do? You want to measure and share your results. So you want to make sure that this partnership is, working out on both ends. And this is why having like that 3-month contract could be very, very beneficial too. So maybe every 3 months, you're going to say, okay, let's do a check-in. Let's see if this is working on both ends. And then after we do this check-in, we can really decide if we want to move forward. So some things that you want to do is look at the metrics, like find the ways that you're going to track if this is working or not, like maybe tracking how many referrals you're getting from that person. If you are getting more people on your social medias or on your email lists, if you're getting more bookings because of this partnership. So really just knowing what metrics you're going to track in order to ensure that this is going to be a beneficial route for you. And then yeah, just constitute like a winning partnership, but a time frame for that win. So you want to make sure that you're setting goals. So if you set up this partnership and you want to make sure, okay, because we're working together, I would love to increase my clientele by 5 people a month or something like that. But just having really set goals is going to help you determine if it's working or not. And then when you're doing that check-in, you can say, okay, yeah, I'm hitting these goals, or I'm getting very close, but is there something else we can tweak to get me closer to those goals? And then, yeah, just a time frame for that win. So again, if you're doing that 3-month contract, maybe it is within the 3 months, or maybe it's monthly. You want to be seeing those wins. So just checking in on that at the end of the day. But all of this to say, like, partnerships can be such a great, great thing for your business, and especially, growing on social media, getting more clientele. If you're doing newsletters, that's amazing. If you're not, it's definitely a place to look into, and that is something that I can help out again in the one-on-one coaching that I do. I love all things email marketing, so I can definitely help you getting that set up. But really just thinking about all these things, like, how can I grow my business? Like, maybe it's feeling really good, but there are places that you can grow and expand. So just really thinking about how you do all that kind of stuff, and how you can create those amazing partnerships, and maybe thinking about, maybe you take a new one on quarterly, or how often you're going to do those, and maybe it's part of your quarterly goal planning as well. So I hope that was helpful, and drop me a message if this is something you want to work on but you don't know where to start with it. I'm here to help. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.